Chelsea was out playing, probably chasing a squirrel, and she caught her skin on probably a stick or a thorn or a piece of barbed wire. And I just want to show you what you can do at home if this happens. First of all, you have to look at the wound. Is it deep? Can you see muscle through it? Is the skin loose? Does it have a flap of skin that's loose and seems like it won't heal very good because the skin's going flapping around? If you look at this little wound, it's actually been there for probably a few days. It's starting to heal on the inside. We'll show that to you. But it's a pretty clean cut and it's very small. Chelsea's licking me. She likes me. And so what you can do to see what happens is if you have clippers, it's always a great thing, and I could have showed you this, and I'm not going to clip anymore, no. But you don't want me to clip more, do you? But clip around it so that the discharge won't get gunked up on the hair, because should have seen it before I clipped it. It looked ugly. And now once I have it clipped, it looks a lot better. So you can clip the hair, and then you can wash it. If you get gauze, with a little soap and water, like Dawn detergent, you can wash it off. And then you can see, and then you squeeze it and see what it looks like, what the skin edges look like and how deep it is. This little wound will heal in just a few weeks. In fact, I would have to make a big deal cut around it in order to make it a clean wound again. But I am going to I'm going to prescribe some cream and some antibiotics to go home in order to help make sure it doesn't get infected. So in summary, you look and you see where the cut is, how big it is, whether the skin flap's movable, how deep it is, do you see muscle. If it's a small wound about that size, you just keep it clean. And even a little larger, you can even treat a wound up to that size and it will heal up within 3 or 4 weeks. So let me show you, get close, Isabel, and let me show the healing tissue. You can always, when any wound heals, you can see it. It has a nice pink tissue that we call granulation tissue. And that tissue kind of looks bumpy, and it signifies that the wound's healing up. So that's just a little short thing on wounds. A wound came in with Chelsea. Chelsea and her wound. Chelsea, do you like your wound? She doesn't like her wound. And she came in, and Chelsea and I thought we'd show you what. Chelsea, are you going to chase those squirrels anymore? Yes. Yeah. Yes, she is. Where's Dr. Greg? Thanks.
Well, Chelsea had a little cut, but if your dog has a bigger cut, ragged edges, deep pockets, you can see pieces of muscle under there. It's around a joint. That's a lot more dangerous. Or it's up near the chest and you think a piece of something may have gotten into lungs or in the belly and you think something could have got in there, then you should always get it checked. When I'm talking about minor first aid like this, I'm talking about little wounds where you can see the edges and it's not too big a wound and you can clean it up. Then you can decide if you need to take it to emergency, and don't delay if you think it looks really bad, or that you can wait for the next day when your veterinarian opens and you can take it in to get it looked at and get some antibiotics and creams, or perhaps your veterinarian will want to give anesthesia and suture it up. Well, glad you could tune in and make a New Year's resolution to exercise your dog a bit more. I've started taking mine out to the beach once a week, let him run, and we found that our little 14-year-old dog Maisie just absolutely loves it. Now we feel bad that we never took her there during her life before, but we're going to make up for lost time. Also, make another New Year's resolution to feed some healthy human food 3 or 4 times a week, and make sure and check the ingredients in your dog food to see if it's got the allergens in it, wheat, and gluten. Just avoiding that can make a big difference if you avoid it in food and treats. Anyway, there's more tips in my book, Dog Dish Diet, and I have a crock pot book coming out in next month. Have a great day.